That stands for the amount of people that have overdosed just in Hartford County, and 22 stands for those who've lost their lives to a drug addiction. And the reason we are here today, and we have a lot of people together, is because we want to make a change to that. So as we begin, I want to take a moment and have a moment of silence, not just for the 22 that we've lost, but for every single person here, every loved one that is represented by a family member, a friend that is here. So would you bow your heads and your heart, and let's take a moment of silence for all of them. I was a statistic. 15 years ago, I was actually an overdose victim. But by the amazing grace of God, God changed my life and saved my life, and now I give back to the community that saved my life through leading a church called Restore Church. And, you know, the funny thing about people like you and me is that we like to rubberneck. You never see an accident or a crash or a fire, or there's a bunch of police officers around and you kind of get stuck watching it, and you look and it kind of causes traffic. And one time I actually was literally driving in an 18-wheeler, turned on its side. It was sliding towards my car as I was going forward, and it was two-lane road. And a lot of people kind of jump to the side, and I'm kind of that person that runs into the accident, and so I did that and helped the guy and everything. And there's two kinds of people here. There's people here that are looking at the accident. We have a head-on collision with heroin. Hartford County is in the middle of a head-on collision with heroin. So are you going to be a rubbernecker and just look at the accident, or are you going to do more than just come here? And we are so grateful, but there's so much more. There's tables of ways to get involved. Are you going to do more than just watch the accident happen? Are you going to run into the accident? Hartford County is in a head-on collision with prescription pills. The people we love and prescription pills are in a head-on collision. Are you going to watch the accident, or are you going to run into the middle? Hartford County is in the middle of a head-on accident with heroin and cocaine and meth. Are you going to watch, or are you going to run in? If you want to run into the middle of this accident, I have three quick things that all of us can do. I actually learned these as I look back as when I was a drug addict. All we have to do is be one step ahead of those who are in full-blown addiction. Because when I was a drug addict, I was very resourceful. That's the first thing I want to challenge people to do. Listen, when I was a drug addict, I could pull a rabbit out of a hat. I could get money. I got money anytime I wanted, all the time, without any money in my pocket. Just think how much harder and how much bigger we could, if we come together with the resources we have, to make a dent on this problem. And not just to make a dent, we can make a true difference. We got to be resourceful. We got to gather together. We got to rally resources. We got to rally people. We got to come together and do this thing together. How could we allow drug addicts to be outsmarting us who have houses and cars and jobs and degrees and bank accounts? There's a problem here. We just have to be more resourceful. The second thing is, I learned this from being a drug addict, you got to make a habit of it. If we want to fight addiction, we got to make a habit of it. We can't just show up one time and do this random thing here and this random thing there. When I was a drug addict, I was in it regularly, all the time, every day, 365. The liquor stores don't stop. The drug dealers don't stop. If we want to make a difference, we want to not just watch the accident, we got to be regular about it. We got to show up. Listen, there's a group of people, Celebrate Recovery, there's a table over there. There's a group of people in this audience that regularly shows up day in, day out, week in, week out, Monday nights at a program in Habit of Grace. That's how you make a difference. This program is growing. That's how you make a difference. You regularly do something. You make a habit of it. And the last thing that we need to do is be redemptive. Redemptive. I almost died because of my addiction. You might have lost a loved one because of addiction. And you know what? I believe it's not an accident that you are here or that you are in the middle of what you're going through today. I believe that there's purpose in your pain, and we have to look at it from a redemptive side. You are in your situation not just for you, but for somebody else that you are going to help break through from the struggle they're going through. You might be able to show love to somebody who is extremely lonely because they lost a loved one because of addiction. Listen, it's time to be redemptive, to allow God to use your brokenness, to allow God to use the disease that you've been infected with to bring healing to the world. That's what I've realized. The disease that I was affected with my addiction is what brings healing. The poison that was in my body actually brings healing to the people around me. So I have a dream. Actually, we need to have a dream together. I have a dream that recovery for an addict would be more accessible than drugs and alcohol. I have a dream that the first call an addict makes is the last call they have to make for recovery. I have a dream that every addict should be treated like a human, not a caged animal. I have a dream that recovery would not be hidden in darkness, but exposed in light. I have a dream that the face of addiction would change from the strung out crack addict to that normal person across the street that you know that might be struggling with an addiction. I have a dream that no more tears will fall from the faces of moms and dads as they bury their loved one because of addiction. I have a dream that everyone, not only addicts and their loved ones, but everyone in every arena in life, from counselors to ministers, from teachers to administrators, from businessmen and businesswomen and healthcare professions, would fight addiction together. I have a dream, and I have a dream that change starts, and it starts here with you and me.